First, I got to introduce my partner in crime. Good afternoon, Mike.
What's up, Hammer?
A lot going on. Heaters, Panthers. Now, if there's two parades, what parade are you going to?
Well, hopefully we'll get different days, but I will probably, I'll probably go with the Cats. Come on, man.
Now, you are a Panther fan. You're going down tonight.
Be there tonight.
Is it Broom City?
I was gonna say happy holidays because today is hopefully Elimination Day.
All right. Now, are you think it's Broom City?
No.
You think they lose tonight?
Yeah, they probably lose tonight and take it back to Carolina.
Really?
Of course, by the time this comes out, I'll be eating my words, and the Panthers will probably close them out in 4, so I'll be happy either way. But, but on that topic, I am very nervous about our Miami Heat. Very
The Heat?
nervous. Yeah.
All right, let's stick with the Panthers first because you're my man. Panthers, again, if they play Vegas, that'd be a great matchup.
Oh, it'd be a great matchup.
You think the NHL was happy with that?
Probably not the start of the year, but right now they'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 destinations, too. You're going to get a lot of people in the NHL that are going to travel across the country to come to these games.
But two
South
great
Florida and Vegas.
Oh,
Yeah,
two
you
great
can't beat
cities.
it. Yeah,
You
you
cannot
cannot beat
South
it.
Beach
Yeah.
or Vegas.
So they're very, very happy with that. For me, I'm also very happy because I get to make my return.
That's
to
right.
Sin City. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So, we'll see. But, yeah, the NHL's got to be pretty happy, I think, at this point. And they're probably most likely both going to win. I mean, Dallas didn't show anything last night during Game 3. So
Yeah, surprise.
very surprised. So, did you see any of the game?
I saw a little, but I mean, Vegas has just been handling them.
Vegas scored in 2 seconds. Then one of
Weren't
Dallas'
they 3-0
best
first
players-
period or
yeah,
something?
but then one of their best players gets tossed like within 5 minutes of the game. Done. Wrap it up after that.
Yeah,
If I was
it
a fan, would have left.
And all right, so let's talk about the Heat. Heat a little bit, not a bad night last night. I mean, they lost, but they were up by half.
Yeah.
Second half is where they went a little sideways.
Yeah. So what bothered me last night was, and it is what it is. You're going to get hot. You're going to get cold.
Yeah.
23% from 3.
Yeah.
And that is a recipe for disaster for this team.
Yeah.
They can't
Couple
rebound
little injuries
anybody,
last night.
And they had a couple little injuries. I got really scared with Vincent. You see Vincent get that game?
Vincent and Lowry, too.
Yeah. Why I'm nervous is the betting line is, this is part of the gambling show, and you know it.
Yeah, of course. It's all betting. That's how you pay the rent.
Okay, so if I told you the Celtics are 2-1 to win the series, down
Scary.
3-1,
That's scary.
Very, very scary.
And they're 8.5 tomorrow night.
Matter of fact, you probably get better value if you just take the Heat minus 360 and try to bet a boatload of money to try to win one game.
The Heaters are getting 8.5 tomorrow night.
They're going to be underdogs in every game they play. If they lose tomorrow night, they'll come back to Miami and they'll be getting 6 at home against Boston.
Maybe last night was the first night they were favorite.
Yeah.
And they lost.
And here's the thing that nobody understands is they're like, oh, nobody's ever come back from down 3-0. But here's the thing. The teams that have gotten it to Game 7, it's an automatic win for who's ever done it.
Well,
Hasn't
nobody's
happened in the NBA, but I'm saying it's happened in baseball, it's happened in hockey, so it could happen.
Yeah, it's 149-0.
Yeah.
So we don't want to be 150.
150.
Now, how about Hero? 2 things. First of all, can Hero play for the finals?
I would imagine so. I mean, he was sitting there last night, looked all right to me. But yeah, every report I've seen that says he's getting close,
And how much do they abuse him for his wardrobe?
Oh, is that,
he looks homeless. He looks like he left club space.
I don't know GQ, but yeah, he fits for Miami. Put it that way.
He looks like he left club space at 4 a.m.
What was that?
And he's on like NyQuil.
What was
I'm
that?
like, dude, what are you doing?
You know what? That kind of bothers me a little bit too.
They used to be the suit and tie.
You can't play, and you're going to show up kind of like I don't know. Look at me, that bothers me a little bit.
No, they used to have suits on.
Yeah.
But the NBA, remember about, what was it, 10 years ago, Stern put in the dress code?
Yeah.
Or maybe 20, when it was Iverson.
20 years ago.
Yeah, Iverson and them. And now they got away from it. They let them come in whatever they want. Heaters still in a great position, up 3-1.
No, for sure.
No doubt about it.
I'm just telling you, as a cautious fan, I'd rather be cautious than overly confident. And unfortunately, down here, it's a lot of people that are overconfident in their teams.
Well, again, you're up 3-1. They're thinking, all right, what are we going to do? Nobody expected the Heat to win. Nobody expected them to beat the Bucks. I mean, nobody did. Knicks, going in, it was 50-50.
50-50.
It really was.
Yeah.
And losing Hero.
Yeah.
And they lost Victor. I mean, so that was a big thing, too. But sometimes subtraction's better. Like, Martin's playing out his ass.
Oh, he's playing incredible. He kind of cooled down the second half yesterday, but man, he's playing great.
He's another one.
I got to eat my
fall.
words because I never liked him or Vincent.
Yeah, but he took a fall, too.
Yeah.
I mean, they did.
Yeah, they can really ill afford to lose any more guys.
No, they can't lose anybody. You know who killed him last night, too? Horford.
Yeah.
They kept leaving him wide open.
Father time, and he can shoot, and he'll fire.
But there's nobody there.
No.
I mean, you're going to hit a 3 when there's nobody there.
No, you got to contest a little bit. That's the thing.
Yeah, he can't be just jumping up in the air, you know what I mean? And then he had 4 or 5 last night.
No, and the other thing is, too, like Tatum carries him, right? So that game was super close. He kind of gets a little hot. I think he hit 2 threes in a row, and then he had the one that he drove, and beautiful layup. When he gets going, man, he's very difficult.
And he's been playing for years.
What I love about
those
him
Gator teams.
Yeah.
That won it all.
He's Tatum is so long.
Yeah.
And he's not like a typical 3.
Oh, no, he's got great ability, like when he's in the lane to twist his
he's
body
like Durant.
shots.
He's same length as Durant. He's got those long arms, and he's very, very difficult to defend.
Yeah, he is a little bit like Durant, a little bit bigger. Lakers get kicked, right? And then LeBron drops that bomb.
Yeah.
Is that a LeBron drop just because, think of me? Because he never says this. The first time he says, hey, I got to think. Because because he said he wants to play with his kid.
Complete bullshit.
Yeah.
That kid is going to have at least one season with his dad. Yeah. And the kid is not, I mean, he's a pretty good basketball player.
Yeah, but he's not
going to be. I mean, come on. And if he is, then whatever. I'm wrong. But
he's going to USC 1 year.
And let me tell you something. If you want, you would play with your kid if you had the opportunity to. And if you can look at it that way, the kid's already at USC.
Yeah.
He's very limited. Where is he going to go?
Yeah, but I was shocked that LeBron said that. Now I don't know if he was disgusted because he missed a shot. He dropped in 40.
I played a great game.
Yeah, played great. I mean, and he played the whole thing.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, he had 30-something at half that game, right?
Yeah.
24? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he was on fire. So, I don't know. I think there's no doubt in my mind he's going to play at least one season with the kid.
Yeah, I think so too. Now, Denver, did they remind you of the Bucks? When the Bucks won, nobody gave him credit.
Yep.
And Denver's same
It's
scenario.
going to be the same thing.
Yeah.
It's going to be the same thing if they do win.
Yeah, the big difference with the Bucks, and people didn't realize it because they weren't, if you're not a basketball fan, is Murray.
Yep.
He's the whole thing. In the last couple of years, he wasn't playing. Nope. He blew out his leg. He had so much to do to get back. When he's on fire, and the Joker, I mean, he throws up shots. Like, he was throwing up shots like from the Forum and Johnny Carson's old house. And he just shoots like this. He's nuts.
He's very interesting, too. He's an interesting character.
They got a good team.
He's a tremendous basketball player. You can't take it away from him. If you look at him, you'd probably say this is just some other big oaf who does nothing. And
Woody Harrelson. White man can't jump.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
In
He pulls
reality,
up.
he's just – Luke is the same way in Dallas. I mean, they're just two great basketball players. And yeah, I think it's going to be
Denver will be favored against anybody.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see what the line would be. The Celtics will probably be catching, I don't know. Yeah, a little. The Heat will be
a lot.
2.5 to 3 point. Well, excuse me, 2 to 3 to 1.
Oh yeah,
to win the series.
Oh
that's
Denver
what
is.
Say, yeah.
You listen to the Greek podcast. You guys are always welcome to get involved. We drop it on YouTube. iHeart has it on Real Radio 92.1 and 1230 The Gambler. A couple other places it'll be available for you guys. We're talking sports. We talk gambling. We talk a little bit life, nightlife, whatever. We always just rip around, and whatever comes to our mind, we rip.
Yeah, and the best part is there's people who do like us, believe it or not.
Yeah,
so they're going to watch, and then there's also people who really don't like us.
Watch.
And they're going to watch anyway.
Yeah, so that's what we like.
No, we appreciate the support. And
always.
Yeah, we're looking forward to growing this thing for sure.
Now, one thing about your team that you always panic with, we're friends, I would say a year and change from day one, and your Yankees, 82.
Yeah, Yankees are on fire. I can't
10
pitch and moan.
games over.
I cannot pitch and moan.
They're only 5 behind Tampa, who had one of the greatest starts in baseball
history.
Yeah.
The problem with the Yankees is going to be, the problem was with the Yankees, they had the hardest schedule in baseball.
Yeah.
And they're beat up. And now it's starting to trickle, and there's guys that are coming back. Sevy pitched last Sunday, pitched pretty good.
Judge is on fire.
Judge is on fire. Eating my words there. But it's not that I didn't want to pay him. It's the fact that I wanted them to pay him and, address needs on that team. Sure. Which I still don't think they did, but we'll see. But I tell you what, the X
Stan's
factor.
not back.
But Bader is awesome on that team.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he can play and he's healthy. He's awesome.
Didn't the kid get a big hit last night?
Yep. Volpe had the sack fly.
Yeah.
The average is still very bad.
So
But listen,
Peters.
it doesn't matter. He's making plays. That's what it's about at the end of the day.
You got to remember, he's young.
Tremendous. He made a play in the field last night and has a sack fly.
Yeah, and your boy Jeter was at the Heat game.
Yeah, A-Rod was there too. That's really who my boy is. I'm an A-Rod over Jeter guy.
Well, it's funny because A-Rod and Jeter are now doing Fox.
Yeah.
And it seems like now their relationship changed. The Yankees must go nuts because that did hurt the Yankees,
No doubt.
I believe, as a fan.
No doubt.
I think they could have won a couple more championships with all that anger where he said they didn't talk and things like that. And now they're ended up being real friendly, which is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, they're both in the same business now, too. I mean, you think about it. So A-Rod's got the Wolves. Jeter left the Marlins. But, so they're both just two
I think Jeter will get
guys.
involved some capacity with ownership again, maybe with
He
the
is going to
Yankees.
weasel his way into the Yankees. I've been telling you that for a while.
Yeah, he should. I mean, he definitely should.
Which, I mean, if I was the Yankees, I wouldn't do because he left, in my opinion. That's how I look at it. Now he's slowly starting to come around.
But we don't know. Did Jeter leave or did he go to the Yankees and Steinbrenner just
That's
said,
probably what it was.
we're not giving anything.
The kid's a little bit different. The old man is...
I still think that was the old man ruling. Like, I don't think,
it could be.
This week something happened in sports, and we'll talk about it right now with Tom Brady and the Raiders. Now,
very weird.
Yeah. Now, if Al Davis was around,
It never happened.
No, he still hasn't forgotten that fumble.
Yeah, no chance. That's weird. And I got to tell you, if I was a Raider fan, I mean, I watched that game. I was growing up watching that game. How could you? I wouldn't be okay with that.
Well, it's all about money, but it does bring them credibility. It does help them.
I don't know.
People like Brady, whether or not. But now the other thing is he can't come back. If he wants to come back, he has to get a vote by all 32 owners, and they have to vote him in, or he's got to get all 32.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't see anything on that, but
Yeah.
now that you just said that, that's
Because he's a part owner.
that's
now.
a little interesting. And are we sure that he's done? Is there even a possibility that he decides to lace him up?
No. This is a new rule now. He signed.
Yeah, but what I'm saying to you is, like, do we actually think that it's going to happen?
Well, that he's
Where he
owner?
laces him up, or like
No, he can, is what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
If he wants to try to come back, all 32 owners have to approve it.
Yeah,
So
he ain't going through that trouble.
No. Even if he wants to come back, and
No.
the Chiefs aren't letting him back.
No.
Denver,
No.
that division,
Nope.
the Chargers.
No chance.
No way. So he's probably done. And he probably wants to, I think this is a stepping stone for him to get into other stuff.
Yeah, for
But,
sure.
but he does love Vegas. I mean, he bought into the basketball team too.
Yeah.
He bought into the Aces with WNBA, which we're going to start betting, by the way. Watch that. We can make
Yeah,
some
there's a
money.
story that Greek has on that too, which is good. Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of value. Put it that way.
A lot of value with WNBA. Yeah, but Brady bought in, and it's interesting. I also saw him this week talking to a lot of young quarterbacks. He had something on the 4-letter network. He talked to them. So again, it's Brady being Brady. I think he's good for the NFL, obviously, and I think he'll be around in some capacity.
Yeah, for sure. They're going to want. Why wouldn't you want to have him around?
Yeah, he's
I mean,
definitely.
that's the thing,
And
especially-
the Super Bowl's in Vegas this year.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of just fits, I guess, time wise. But I again, as a season ticket holder, in Vegas, if I was a Raider fan, I just don't know how I would like that.
Oh yeah, you're never gonna forget
No.
that the tuck rule. You're never gonna forget that. There's no way. But it was interesting that he did that. Some more news with John Morant today. Supposedly now he's gonna quit social media. What is the over under in your opinion? Because I have one of mine. How long does he get suspended?
The NBA's changed. So in the old days, I think people talk with their wallets. So
Yeah.
if fans stop showing up to those games, then the Grizzlies will do their own thing. But the NBA is probably going to suspend him. I don't know, 20 games.
Really?
There's no way he's going to miss half the season.
Oh, I'm going 40 over.
You're probably right, but I'm just
I mean,
thinking
he got
numbers
8
wise.
the first time. I don't know if you remember this. Gilbert Arenas years
Gilbert
ago.
Arenas with the gun.
Yeah, he got
it's bad.
50.
50 games.
Yeah, but he was in a clubhouse.
That was also David Stern, NBA too.
Yeah.
Adam Silver is definitely not as strict as he is.
I don't know. Silver seems like quiet, but he's deadly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think even when he had that live show and they talked to him, said, "Hey, I was disappointed," because Silver said what I said when I saw that Sunday. I thought it was an old revamped.
Yeah.
Like the story came back up, but it was again. He's got to hit him at least 40.
Yeah, I mean the thing for John Morant, and I mean there's going to be, I'm sure there's dads and moms that listen.
Yeah.
You can't have somebody like that. Your kids are watching this guy, and
Yeah.
that's what they see.
Yeah.
and now they try to emulate that guy. And
Yeah, Michael Wilbon at ESPN said, "I'm not buying his shoes."
Nah, you can't emulate that guy.
Yeah.
No way. Luckily for me, when I was growing up, I always tried to emulate athletes that were very very polished, never got in trouble. John Morant would not be somebody that I'm trying to follow. Tremendous
hopefully-
talent.
Yeah. Oh, great.
But
I hope he gets his life
Terrible
together.
character issues with him.
Growing up, I was a Knicks fan, and I didn't like him because of who he played for, which was Barkley. But
Yeah.
Barkley now I like.
Yeah.
I think he's a great commentator. I think he does. Charles, you're always welcome on a Greek
Always
podcast.
welcome, Charles.
I think he's great. I enjoy him. He's real.
Yeah, he's funny.
And he doesn't hold any punches.
No, he throws it out there. It is what it is.
And I like that with him. But I got to tell you, growing up, I was a Knicks fan. I used to go with the Sixers to see them and always root against them. But he's really one of those guys. I said him and Michael Strahan, two guys, have really developed into icons of the media, obviously.
Well, see, on the Strahan topic, that should be Tiki Barber. Until Tiki Barber ruined everything in New York, that, before Michael took over into that role,
Yeah.
Tiki Barber was destined for it. Threw his team under the bus.
Oh, yeah, that started. Yeah, and that was the year they won the Super Bowl.
And it just that spiraled for Tiki. But Tiki's doing well. He's on, our friends up at WFAN. And
Yeah.
he's on during the midday. So
Yeah, he really should have been doing it. And then he had
Yeah.
the problems off the field.
Yep.
I mean, he had the
wife.
affair, the
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
thing. It wasn't a good thing.
No.
It wasn't good. Now, Draymond Green and Kerr said something this week. I want to ask your take on that, where they both said if the fight didn't happen with Draymond with Poole, they feel the Warriors would be still playing and are obviously going for another championship.
Yeah.
How real do you think that is? Do you think the blood was so bad for a whole year? And do you think they get rid of Poole? Because Poole's got a lot of money.
No, I think if anything, Draymond Green's going to be the one that's going to be expendable there.
And Kerr says no way.
Kerr says no way, but
Yeah,
in
yeah.
my opinion, Poole's a very, very good player.
Yeah, and now the thing here too is I'm shocked is that Myers they say might leave the GM.
Yeah, but so back on the Poole subject though, it's not like we haven't seen this from Draymond Green before. Draymond Green has a problem everywhere he goes. The only place he didn't have a problem was with Izzo at Michigan State.
Well, he's only been
since
in-
he's been in the league though. He fights with everybody.
Yeah, he's only been with the Warriors.
and he's always been with the Warriors.
Yeah.
But that team's stale. We talked about it. There's going to have to be changes there. And with that fight that happened, it's a perfect example of blowing it up.
I think Draymond is a very good player. Their record's better with him. I think he's also, when he was with the Warriors and Kerr, it reminds me of Tony Brown when he was with the Steelers.
Yeah.
Like, all the stuff doesn't come out.
Nope.
Because it's the Warriors, it's in-house.
I'm sure it's worse.
Yeah, and
I'm sure
it's there.
worse.
And Antonio Brown had that, obviously, with Tomlin, and they handled it when it came out years later that, for, when they did spring training and not spring training, football, what the hell is it called? Exhibition football, training camp, excuse me. He was never staying. He was staying at Airbnb.
He didn't care, did what he wanted.
Yeah, so I think stuff like that. But I've always liked the Warriors. I think Poole's the talent. I don't know. I don't know if somebody might pick him up. Would you trade Hero for Poole?
Yeah, no doubt. You wouldn't? Come on, man. He could take the bucket hat with him, too.
Yeah.
And the rest of his wardrobe.
That goes.
I still can't get over that when I saw him. I go, is that Tyler Hero?
He does it all the time.
That?
Oh, my God.
Living the life, though. God bless him.
Lillard for Hero.
Damian Lillard, I think, is still possible to come here.
Yeah.
And there's the rumor that he wants to leave.
Yeah.
It's a perfect example. I mean, him with Jimmy would be awesome. I mean, I think.
See, the thing with these guys, when they get hurt, and Hero's been out, and obviously Victor's out, you don't know if the Heat would have gone this far.
No.
You really don't know. Because Martin wouldn't have got as many minutes.
And, that's the other thing. Tyler Hero commands 25, 30 minutes a game.
Yeah, and he shoots a lot.
So, he's not going to make every shot.
No.
You have no idea what that does. And, people have stepped up. You just said it. Caleb Martin's not getting the minutes with Tyler Hero's playing.
And Vincent?
No, Gabe Vincent. Even Duncan Robinson as of late, not getting the minutes.
Yeah, Robinson, they just shoved. They put him on there.
No, exactly right. And, the guy I really feel bad for is Oladipo.
Yeah. He gets hurt all the time.
I love Victor Oladipo. Loved him in college, but he just can't stay healthy.
Bam's playing good.
Yeah, I'm very happy for Bam.
You just love him. He's the kind of guy
he's easy to root for. He seems like a good character guy like Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Again, though, Bam is not a center. I mean, he's a great four, and he would be a tremendous four in the league.
But again, they're where they are. I mean, Butler said last year we'll be back in the same spot and we'll do better.
He was right.
And he was right.
As of right now.
Yeah. Butler, though, I mean, tough childhood. 13 years old. I don't know if you know the story about him. His mother kicked him on the street. Yeah. No money. In a rough area and made it.
And not only made it, isn't a punk.
No.
Is got a tremendous character.
Yep. Great father.
Yeah. Yeah, he just seems like
country
a great
music
guy.
and coffee.
And it's tough to do in Miami. So he's not in like a place where he's
No, he's not in Indiana.
No,
he's not Memphis.
He's in a place where it's there. There's a lot to do.
Oh yeah, every single
night. A lot of bad things to do. You can get hooked up in a lot of trouble down here. Athletes have done it.
Oh yeah, all the time. He's great buckets.
I love Jimmy. Yeah. That's compared to John Morant. You want your kid to grow up and watch somebody that's a good basketball player and a good character issue. Jimmy Butler's the guy.
It is amazing. And again, what I think is shown from all this from me in sports is that you just have to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's it. And
now,
I think
today's game.
Yeah, today's. Yeah. But I think in all sports, I think you're going to see more teams letting guys rest. Just get in and let's see what happens. Because you got an 8 seed in both sports right now, hockey and basketball, that might make it to the finals.
Yeah.
Which has never happened, and it's like a wild card in the NFL when they win. But it is something to be said where, you talk about a lot of these teams where they say, hey, I want to rest my guys. You know what? If you're not going to really change position from 5 to 8 or from 7 to 3, you're like, screw it.
Yeah, well, that's good, but that's, I think, going to be a negative.
Yeah.
Because guess what, guys? And I had tickets, Greek. The Spurs were coming into town. This is when I had my Nets tickets back up in New York. And I was so excited. That was one of the games I had in my plan. I get to the stadium, and Greg Popovich is doing
sit down
maintenance day or whatever the hell it was. And I was fucking pissed.
Yeah.
Because, I spent a lot of money on these tickets. I wanted to see the Spurs. That was part of it. And now, that's
it's like going to a strip club and the girl you like is off.
Yeah.
What do you mean Candy's not working tonight?
Where is she? Get her back up there.
Let's go. Come on, she got put it on the day shift.
Yeah, it's going to become more prevalent in sports now because of what you just said. Just get in. That's what it's going to be. And especially for the older guys.
Yeah. Now, one thing surprised me a little bit. I don't think any of these guys should have got fired, but they did. I do not think Monty Williams should have got fired.
No.
I don't think that the coach for the Bucks should have got fired.
No.
I mean, I know it was 1 against 8, but I always think when these guys get fired like that, it's the big dog like the Greek or Harden now and Doc Rivers. They said Doc Rivers might end up in Phoenix.
Yeah, listen, if they don't like him, the big dog doesn't like him,
you're gone.
See you later.
Now, does Doc Rivers ever go back to Boston?
That's possible. Why
Imagine
not?
that.
They got so many questions in Boston too.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, that's possible.
The coach for Boston has been a little exposed.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
They had a great season, and they're doing very well. I think the Philly series killed them.
Yeah.
7 games. That was hard. Yeah, and the other thing too, I think, is a lot of times with all the NBA and the NFL, we talk about baseball, whatever. It's who you play.
Yep.
Like if you got an easy draw, it's not that bad. When they went Philly 7 games, that was tough.
7 games drains you. That's why So the other thing that's important now for the Heat, going back to this series, is Denver's already in.
Yeah.
So however long you extend this series or don't close it out, that's why I wanted to win last night. But
well, the NBA too has got a little bit of a problem now. They got 8 days.
They got a big problem. It doesn't matter. What,
even 5 days where they're not going to make money. They're going to lose all the advertising dollars. They can't foresee that. I mean, it's 4 games as far as 5 games as far as 7, and then people forget. And Denver and Miami are not big markets.
No.
So
well, maybe Miami and Denver definitely not.
No, Denver's definitely not. As West, that's why the Nuggets don't even get any. The same thing when the Jazz used to go against the Bulls.
Yeah,
I remember nobody even knew it. Like every
teams,
year.
But the markets just don't add up.
No, they don't add. They sell out.
Yeah,
and they got great locally, but they don't ring the bell nationwide.
No,
they just don't.
Yeah, that's why I think the NHL has kind of been coy as far as a schedule plan for the Cup.
Mm-hmm.
I think they've had a couple different days. I saw the 3rd, June 3rd,
first.
Or the 1st, and then the 7th would be in the last. Both of these series somehow go to 7 games.
Yeah.
June 7th, I think, kick off the Stanley Cup.
No, it's good for them for Vegas. Vegas is huge.
Yeah.
I mean, and that team is a good team.
Yep.
And Florida, like I said, you can't pick 2 better cities to party and hang out in South Beach or Vegas.
You can just do the whole trip
just go back and forth. Back and forth. Yeah. So you think Rivers does end up with Phoenix?
Yeah, I mean they got a lot of players. Why wouldn't he go there? He's got to want to go there.
He's got a lot of. He still has. He got 2 more years from Philly.
Yeah,
it's amazing the amount of money a lot of these coaches and players get that they get paid.
College football notorious for it.
Yeah. Just pay.
You still got to pay him.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. There's no buyouts a lot of times. You listen to the Greek podcast, always sponsored by Tequila 512. You want a good tequila that's easy? Try this. You'll definitely like it. We're so proud they're involved with us with the Greek podcast. Again, you can get this on YouTube. You get us on Real Radio 92.1, iHeart, where you can hear me every day. The Greek on Real Radio, 12:30 The Gambler. You can hear me always talking sports, talking football, and whatever Ross our boat.
Before we kick off, though, I do want to give a nice shout out to another South Floridian. You watch any of the PGA Championship over the weekend?
I did see it. The one thing I noticed was Brooks was 25-1.
Yeah. Yeah, 25-1.
Yeah.
How could you disrespect somebody that much with that caliber?
He is not likable.
I disagree. I mean, I love him.
Yeah, okay, but I'm saying
you might be right. People don't like him.
He comes across again. You're a fan. He comes across a little bratty.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bias for me because I like him, but again, with the experience I have in golf and stuff like that, it's a very, very soft culture in golf, and that's why they don't like him.
Yeah.
He's a very brash, does what he wants, doesn't care, doesn't need your friendship kind of person, and that bothers a lot of people.
Of course, and he's with LIV.
Yeah, but lives great for golf, in my opinion.
Yeah, I know. You like it.
Any kind of competitive nature between tours, it's just good for the game.
Now, what do you think about when they have these tours? We're just talking about the Wynn Casino when they got Kelsey and Mahomes against Curry and Clay.
Typically, until you brought it up to me, I was going to tell you that I don't like them, but they're good events.
Oh, yeah, it helps golf.
Yeah, no doubt.
They're fun. See, I'm more prone because I'm not a golf. Now, you were obviously on the tour. You played.
No, I mean, not to that level. But
you played.
Yeah, I played, yeah.
I'm not a golf fan. I think I'll bet them once in a blue moon I did, for 4 days. It's fun. But I like watching that, just like that one tour that's in Lake Tahoe.
Yeah.
Every year, and I like that one.
That's the American celebrity tournament.
And Tony Romo usually wins.
Yeah, and he's a very good golfer.
Oh, yeah.
Don't like his announcing skills. But.
Yeah.
No, but I'll tell you that's the reason that Brooks comes off that way.
Yeah,
and DJ would be the same way. Dustin Johnson, they're outcasts. They're athletes that play the game of golf.
Yeah, and Dustin Johnson's different too. He's got Gretzky, his wife.
Yeah, but
that's all.
They're outcasts. Like they don't have the legacy of
Tiger.
Yeah, no, the legacy. I mean, more of the family of you got to play golf and you got to wear your white khakis. And here's your polo. Like, come on, man, get that fucking shit out of here.
Well, Dustin and them too. They're crazy guys, partiers.
They're a lot of fun. Yeah,
they're definitely.
Brooks was at the Panther game a couple nights ago. They're having a good time.
Ricky Fowler, another one, not as successful, but
I mean, has that kind of draw to it.
Yeah, different image. And that's what golf has to have. You need personalities in all sports. To sell. Dennis Rodman played for the Pistons, won 2 championships, and did everything rebounds. He started dating Madonna. Always said that. Wore a dress, went with the Bulls, dyed his hair. The world knew him. Before, Rodman was known by basketball fans in Detroit, but not the world.
No.
So, I mean, when there always is marketing involved.
Yeah, no doubt. And by the way, Dennis Rodman, local at the Hard Rock Casino.
Oh, yeah, I know. I always see
loves
that.
cigars.
He loves cigars.
Yeah, he's actually a good guy.
Yeah,
I like
people
him.
have said that.
A lot
He
of
was
fun.
at Casa de Monte Cristo a couple times. He was at Strikes one time. A lot of these guys are local. You see him. They're all real nice. You're listening to the Greek Podcast, always sponsored by Tequila 512. My boy Mike with me. You'll be getting this every week. Football season. We'll break down the games. We'll talk about what's hot, what's not. Again, Denver, 4 games in a row they cover. Well, 2 games, excuse me. When they were home, they weren't covering. The Lakers covered the first 2, and then they covered when they were in LA. Now, what do you think of that team as far as betting on them? Would you bet them in the series against Boston or the Heat?
No, you got to go the other way.
You would?
In my opinion, yeah, because if they, you're more likely the Celtics or the Heat are going to play up to that competition in Denver. You could lose a lot of money on Denver.
And it's also tough to play in Denver, though.
Tough to play in Denver. Everybody forgets the altitude.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Does matter. It
Yeah.
slows you down.
Oh, yeah.
Slows you down. Guys that, Jimmy's a prime example. Jimmy's no young chicken.
Yeah, no.
He's going to be out there, and he's going to be in that altitude. I mean, there's going to be some maybe minute cutback for him, or
yeah.
it's just going to, you could clearly tell that he's not the same player.
So do you think the Heat definitely need to win Game 5?
Okay, so I don't think they're going to win Game 5.
Okay.
All right, that's my hot take for the day. So when that loses, you can all, pick on me and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If that does happen, which I think it's going to, in my opinion, it becomes a 1-game deal in Game 6 because there is no chance that
Yeah.
you're going back to Boston for a Game 7 and winning that game.
It's going to be tough.
So I think the Heat are going to win in Game 6.
You do?
Yeah. I think they're going to get hammered tomorrow night in Boston. And
Yeah.
I think they're going to win Game 6 back at home.
I like him tomorrow night with the points.
You do.
I like him with the 7.
It's a lot of points.
And I think in a possible upset.
So, but that goes against what we talk about. Typically, if you just look at the line,
Yeah.
you play the Celtics. But
Yeah.
that's how the whole series has been.
Yeah.
And until last night,
Well, last night, again, in the NBA today, you look at a stat sheet the next day, not always, because not everything we talk about is 100%. You look at the three-point shooting.
Yeah.
And they were 23%.
Yeah.
When they were winning, they were in the 40s.
Yep.
So that makes a big difference.
yeah, and they're going to shoot better. By the way, was that the first game last night that the Heat didn't cover all postseason? Remember we were on that train for a little bit? Maybe one of Nick games. They won the first 3 against Boston. They were dogs in all of them.
Yeah, and they covered every game with the Bucks 5.
Okay, and how about the Knicks series? They were. I think they did pretty well there too.
I think
That might be one of the first games they didn't cover.
Yeah, I think they were 3-1 against the Knicks.
Yeah,
I think the Knicks covered 1 game. Yeah, they've been hot.
That's a
and
pretty
that was the
impressive-
first game they lost last night, home.
Yeah.
They were 6-0.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah, again, at halftime, they're up 56-52. Even the third quarter, 6 minutes left. It's back and forth, but then Boston goes on that run.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing with coaching with a lot of these guys, and that makes a difference in the NBA or college or whatever. How do you stop a run? And a lot of times you see, this team just went 17-5. Boston did that last night. 22-6. Like, call timeout. You know what I mean? And do something. Get a foul. Drive. Get them in the huddle. Somebody go to hole. And that's what I think a lot of times you got to stop
Slow
runs.
the game down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to slow the game down. Could be
You
foul,
definitely do.
Could be, you got obviously a shot would be great, but whatever you got to do to slow it down, slow it down.
And Coach Spo doesn't get the credit.
No, I love him.
Yeah, he does not get the credit like a wise guy who's in jail and the captain's running it. It's always Riley and then it's Spo. And it's a shame.
Yeah, it really
because
is.
he does such a good job.
Yeah, and then he was in the video room. Where was he?
Oh, he started in a video room 20 years ago,
Yeah,
22 years
he's
ago.
Still here.
Yeah.
And even he never got credit for the LeBron teams because, of course, the first thing you're going to say is
Oh,
Chris
yeah, the big
Bosh,
three.
Dwayne Wade, and LeBron.
Yeah, and
What
you
does this guy
just
do?
threw the ball out.
No, but if you want to talk about a coaching job, these previous 2 years with the talent they have in this team, listen, the Heat are probably going to go to the NBA Finals.
Yeah, hopefully.
But realistically, they are not roster-wise one of the best teams in the league. Far from it.
No, they were 8.
Far from it.
They didn't almost make
they have
it.
guys who would probably, in all honesty, not be on another team.
No.
I mean, they're paying, and listen, Duncan Robinson's been playing great, but
Yeah.
they're paying him money that there's teams out there that are paying big money for other players. Duncan Robinson wouldn't be on the roster.
Oh, no. Now, any of those guys, it's
No.
all guys. Got 7 guys undrafted. We've talked about it. Martin's not on a lot of teams.
No.
Vince is not on a lot
I'm
of
not
teams.
saying they're bad players.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about makeups of teams.
Oh, yeah.
Guys are not knocking down the door to get these guys.
Oh, no.
No way.
It would be crazy if they went to the finals and won it all with Haslam's
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah, I forgot he's on the roster. He actually was banging the drum at the Panther game.
Was he?
Yeah. So they are 1-0 with him at games now.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah, so-
all right, so you're going down to Panther game tonight.
Yep, I'll be down there tonight.
All right.
I'm gonna have some sort of. I got to find some luck across the way here.
You got luck all the time.
Yeah.
Where are we? What's the studio in Boca?
Pod Populi.
There it is.
Pod Populi. Pardon me.
Pod Popular. We want to thank them too for having
As
us.
always, please.
Where the Greek podcast will be. It's the Greek podcast. Real Radio can get it 92.1, 12:30 The Gambler, and it's on YouTube. You guys want a tequila? It's Tequila 512. My boy Mike, who does a great job all the time, and we are ready for the Panthers tonight. But you say Panthers don't win tonight?
Nope. Panthers win in
5.
I think it's going to be very similar to the Toronto series. Very similar.
I like the Heat to cover tomorrow, and Moneyline put some money on them.
Okay.
I think they got a shot.
What is the money line? Do we have it?
Well, if they're getting 7.5, it's going to be like plus
350.
It'll be up there. Plus 240.
Yeah, I mean, you want to take a shot and roll with that, that's fine.
You never know.
Yo, listen, guys, telling you right now, and he'll tell you the same thing. Do not fall into the trap of the Celtic money line tomorrow.
Yeah.
You want to take him to cover? That's one thing.
Yeah.
Don't lay a huge number on the Celtic money line.
That's not good.
No.
You'll end up tapioca.
Unless you're playing college football and you're doing a massive parlay like I do, where you're putting 7 big-time favorites in.
Yeah, he does it all. And he's got a chance to win $3 million.
Yeah, it's great.
Mike, great job as always. I am
you,
the
buddy.
Greek. We'll talk to you guys next week. Have a great afternoon. Enjoy your weekend. Stay safe. Peace.
Peace.